warned, it's LuAnna, and this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, and general explicit content. But you're here and you know you love it, you filthy bastards. It's Thursday.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
We're over the hump of the week. We're romping into the weekend.
Romping.
Like Black Beauty. Da, 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 da. Great theme tune, that.
No,
Fucking
that is
good theme
actually
tune.
really good.
Belter.
Maybe I should do dressage to music to that.
Yes. Black Beauty, it's belter. It is LuAnna Totally Extra. Of course, she's Louisa. I'm Anna. Producer Imo Extraordinaire is in the house. We also have social media manager Bex crouching in the corner. So let's muff hunt in to the extra episode, which is all about you. First up, it's a voice note rant from Anonymous. So Drusilla.
Oh, Drusilla.
Give me 2 secs.
I hope Drusilla's got like a really good accent to match this name.
It's better be good.
Did you give her the name Drusilla?
I gave her the name Drusilla, yeah. Is Drusilla one of the names of the ugly stepsisters in Cinderella?
Oh, is it?
I thought so. Right. Will my WhatsApp
Imo isn't
open?
saying you're ugly.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just saying it's a good name. Anyway, here we go. Here's Drusilla.
Here we go.
Hey girls, ranting come in because this has literally been the bane of my life for the last couple of months. So I'm learning to drive and I just want to know, this is like an open question to all of the Lufanians. Those Uber Eats, Deliveroo, whatever delivery riders on those bikes, are they like that everywhere? Because I'm in Cardiff and I swear to God, they're all absolutely psychotic. They have no high vis, barely any lights, and they just rise like they own the fucking road. I swear to God, every single driving lesson, I've almost killed one, and it wouldn't have been my fault. They just ride out in front of my car, or they wedge themselves between me and the parked cars on my left, and I'm like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Are they like this all over the country? I'm sure they are. Also, don't get me started on taxi drivers and how they just hurl abuse at you and beep their horn if you stall. Sorry, can you not see the massive L plate on my car? Like, get a grip. It's always men as well, isn't it? Have you noticed that? It's always a fucking man. Anyway, please keep me anonymous because I don't want to be hunted down and murdered by all of the Deliveroo riders in my area. But, I mean, at this rate, I might fucking murder them first.
Well, a strong claim. Please don't murder anyone. That would be bad. I'm actually going to say this isn't just men, because this morning I had some very annoying woman as I was picking Imo up this morning. Very annoying woman who was, hogging the road, cutting me up. And I was like, no, and she was on her phone.
Well. Do you know what?
I beeped, Louisa.
Good for
I
you.
gave her a toot.
Toot.
Yeah.
Toot.
Yes, I did.
Can I just say, it's actually quite a good point about what she says about the Deliveroo and high vis.
They're everywhere.
I don't think that Deliveroo have high vis on their uniforms, and they should. Or
they don't wear uniforms often.
They wear their
me.
Deliveroo jacket.
No.
No, I've never seen them
In London, they have the boxes on the back.
Yeah.
But other than that...
But it's just
I'm going
fair
by
game.
Dubai. In Dubai, they all wear uniform.
Not here.
Well, another vote to move to Dubai then, isn't it? Right, we've got a message from Anon now. So Doreen, hello, beautiful girls. Absolutely love you all. And it was so lovely to hug you at the big blow-off. I had to hug a lot of people that day.
You did well.
And every time people went to hug me, they went, I know you don't like hugging. And I was like, it's fine. It was fine. I love meeting everyone. And then I go and wash vigorously. No, I'm joking, I don't. But people always say it to me. And you think that the amount of times I say I don't like being touched, people just wouldn't go in for the hug. But they still do, which I find very interesting.
It's because we're the besties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind hugging Lufanians.
There you go.
As long as they don't smell
That's
as
your
much.
exception. As long as they wash their coat.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to be hugged by anyone with a stinky coat. Anyway, one I've been nagged at to share by my besties and work colleagues. They will know once you've read this that it's me. Buckle up, chickas. It's a long one.
Okay.
After a bloody awful start to 2020, husband, in little inverted commas, of 4 months, decides to get arrested for bigamy.
Oh, wow. What the hell?
So he was already married.
Yeah.
So they've been married for 4 months and then he got arrested for bigamy. Ending in me losing life as I knew it.
Shit.
Moving back home to my parents and lockdown then hitting a week later. Then to add as a further kick in the teeth, losing both my grandmothers between Feb and May, so you can say life as I knew it was pretty miserable. I threw myself into my job working all hours over lockdown, and in my spare time I wanted to find an Anna.
Sorry.
I heard that far.
Sorry.
And in my spare time, I wanted to find an escape, chat to people that didn't want to know about my horrific personal life, the ins and outs, etc., and they knew nothing about me. So in the October, I decided to head onto the dating sites. I wasn't seeking romance, just a bit of banter, flirting, getting to know fellow singletons. I got stuck in to this new and weird world. It was awful. People just wanting pictures or videos. And then by the end of November, I went into my account and I just deleted it. And there was this message, open, honest and caring. I was intrigued by this man, and more than anything, something was telling me to message him back. So I did. And days and weeks flowed of chatting back and forth. And finally, in January, we were able to meet a friend for a walk. Oh, yeah, do you remember that?
Back
During
in the
lockdown.
day. Back in the day.
We're-
Excitement.
yeah. God, we're...
The excitement
Hands,
of a
space,
10-minute walk.
space. We were able to meet a friend for a walk and talk, so we took my dog for a walk. And the highlight of our weeks ended up being these walks, seeing each other. Once restrictions were further lifted, we were able to go on our first date. It was probably heavily discounted by the old...
Rishi's Meals.
What was it?
No, it wasn't Rishi, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was Rishi's Meals. He was
Rishi's
Chancellor, wasn't he,
Meals?
at that point?
I don't know if it was Rishi, was it?
I
Was
swear
that?
to you.
Yeah, what was that called? That
Rishi's Dishes or something. Or
Rishi's dishes.
what was it? No, it was Rishi that gave us all the
I don't
discount.
think it was Rishi.
Who gave us the meal discount in COVID?
And what was it called?
What was it called? A meal.
Oh, Eat Out to Help Out.
Eat out to help.
Help
That
out.
was Rishi that did that.
Was it?
Yeah, because it got nicknamed.
All right, Rishi lover.
Yeah, Rishi.
Rishi and your dishy.
Rishi and the Dishy.
Is it Rishi?
Who was
was.
it? Who introduced?
For
Eat
my
Out to Help
sanity,
Out?
please tell me, because now I'm questioning myself. It was totally Rishi.
It was Rishi.
It was. I knew it
Oh,
was.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm right.
For once.
So once restrictions are further lifted, we were able to go on our first date, Eat Out to Help Out. He had never been to the city where I'm from, so I took him there. He picked up lunch and I picked up dessert, so sat on a beautiful green, taking in the surroundings, eating our fresh pizza and gelato.
Gelato.
Oh, gelato. We then decided to go for a walk. They've done a lot of walking, haven't they? Into a gorgeous woods.
It's a lot of walking.
Where I had gone from a young child, and I wanted to show him the beauty of it. And this is where this so far perfect date went horrifically wrong.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the stunning views and Highland cows, I felt immense pain in my stomach. Ignoring this and continuing to walk and talk, it got worse.
It's got the old botties.
Runny botty.
That's it.
I broke out into a sweat and he then looked at me and said, "Are you okay? You've gone grey." I responded, "I'm fine, everything's fine." And we took a seat on a bench to look at another view. By then, my stomach was in pieces and I'm contemplating running into the woods.
We've all been there, haven't we?
But then along came some nursery children and their parents, teachers, the whole bloody school. I can't do that, I thought. I turned to him and I said, "I need the loo." He then offered to run to the car to get baby wipes for me.
That's nice.
But I point out a mass of innocent children and do not want to spend the night in a cell for indecent exposure.
Tricky.
I then remember there's a service station nearby and I might be able to make that. I tell him I'm okay and let's just get to the services. We then briskly walk back to my car and I hop in the driver's seat and set off. Sitting down eases my discomfort immediately. I then start to feel more relaxed and I feel confident I'm going to make it to the toilet in time.
You.
I can see the services and I'm filled with relief and I'm confident I'm going to make it.
Yep.
All will be okay. But the pain hits me again. And as I'm about to turn into the services,
Oh, no, it's like you, Mo.
a rush of warmth hits me. But it then turned into relief again. The realisation of the warmth being poo coming out of me.
Oh, no.
I'm driving my car and I've shit myself and I have zero control on stopping it. I spin the car around like Lewis Hamilton and head straight back home as there's no point in getting out. How can I walk across the services like this?
Exactly.
I can literally feel it starting to run down the back of my thigh and still coming. At this point, my date is asking
Oh, no,
me,
he's not there.
"What's going
Oh,
on?
gosh.
The services are just there. Are you okay?" I can't talk to him. I'm wanting the ground
Oh,
to
no,
swallow
this is
me
bad.
out. I have, after all this heartache, found a kind, decent, loving man who's picked me back up and is trying to help me learn to love again. And I'm about to lose him as soon as the smell of my shit hits his nose. How am I meant to tell him? Moments more, like an eternity passes by. I'm still driving. I'm intent on just getting home, and the warmth is now to the back of my knee. And did I mention I've got ripped jeans on?
No.
Then all of a sudden...
Oh no.
His window goes down and the smell hit me. So it must have hit him too. It was like baby poo times 10.
Oh no.
He looked at me
Oh, no.
and he said, "You shit yourself, haven't you?" I just look
I just look at home.
I just look at home.
Straight ahead.
Slowly nod. No words. What am I meant to say? He then said, "Oh, you do look so much better. The colours come back into your face. But for fuck's sake, I've never smelt anything like this." And that's it, I thought. The end of our time together, picturing me as a spinster with cats, with minimal words the rest of the way back. A 20-minute drive. Felt like 2 hours.
20 minutes.
I pull up at home, and before I get out, he comes to my side of the door. Oh, he takes his hoodie off
What a
to
guy.
wrap around my waist, to cover my modesty in front of my nosy
I
neighbours.
love him.
We say our goodbyes, and I trudge into the house with jeans full of squelchy poo. I dash in and immediately hit the shower.
Yeah.
I bin my clothes and I bleach and clean the bathroom within an inch of its life. My dad checks on me, and while I'm still mortified, he lets me know that my date came to the door 10 minutes after I'd walked in. He introduced himself to both my parents. He then asked for my car key. As being a mechanic, he had a professional seat cleaner to help clean my seats. And he immediately goes to get my car cleaned.
I love him.
Right then, I knew he was the one.
He was.
He can handle any crap life throws. 4 years later, we're living together and we're getting married in July.
Yay.
I'm laying a bet this story comes up in the speeches more than once.
Laying a chod,
I
more
love
like.
you all. I love the pod and all that shit. Please call me Doreen after my darling Nana, and I'm from Cambridge.
Well, do you know what?
That is a
nice.
heartwarmingly hilarious story.
Hilarious and
What a
just
gent.
beautiful. What a guy.
Whatever
What a guy.
lady raised that man,
Yes.
give yourself
Yes.
a bow.
Yeah, agreed. What a great guy.
Yeah.
Let's be more him. Thrilled that you guys are getting married as well. Many, many congratulations. Right, Petty Polly from the Crisp Messiah from the other week, aka Claire.
Oh, yes, remember? She was buying the crisps and then someone else was dishing them out and like claiming.
Doppelgangering the crisp
Yes.
credit. Yes,
Crisp
good one.
credit.
So we're back in the game, guys. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back a couple of weeks. Right. She says, happy to step out of the shadows. Hi, I'm Claire from Wiltshire. And a massive shout out to my equally bonkers twin, Louise, because chaos is best when shared. So there I was, minding my own business at work, when my phone pinged with a message from Louise. Oh my fucking God, it's you. It turns out my petty rant about the crisp empire had made waves.
Oh.
The worst part, I couldn't even brag about it at work because it was about work. Ha 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 ha, she says. For the record, those crisps were fancy. Extra special range. Still like a Tyrrell, though, like a Tyrrell's or something, I
Fancy.
reckon. I can't remember the flavour, but I do remember they were lush, so no regrets. Now, I'd love to tell you I am not normally petty, but upon deep self-reflection and extensive life experience, I've realised I am a passive-aggressive twat. Well done! You're a twat like me! All sweet and innocent on the outside, but inside, full-blown honey badger with a grudge. Which brings me to one of my finest moments of pettiness, a personal favourite. Once upon a time, my now ex-husband, cockwomble extraordinaire, was cheating on me with a younger colleague. How did I find out? eBay.
eBay?
Yep, the cheap sod was ordering her gifts, and thanks to his complete lack of
He was
intelligence...
ordering her gifts on eBay.
Yeah, I had her full address. Now, I could have gone full scorched earth, but revenge is a dish best served sparkly. So I sent her a glitter bomb. Not an actual bomb, obviously. I am petty. I'm not a criminal. But a beautifully folded letter explaining why she was, in fact, a terrible human, followed by a glorious explosion of glitter. The herpes of the craft world. Oh, you are so right. Best part, she still lived with her parents, which means she had to explain why their home was now a shimmering shrine to her poor life choices. And if you've ever tried to remove glitter from your house, your soul, your very existence, you'll know it never truly goes away. No regrets, still makes me smile to this day. Honestly, these tiny acts of pettiness and poetic justice keep me going when life feels like a bin fire. So thank you, ladies, for always giving me a laugh when I need it most. Much love. Well, you have given us the laugh
You
today,
have.
so thank you.
Giving us several laughs. Thank you
Very
for that.
good. Very good.
We've got a voice note rant from Catherine next.
Live rant incoming from my home office where I've been listening to LuAnna. But why is it that some people send you an email and then ring you and say, have you seen that email? Yeah, I've seen it. It pops up on my phone, on my laptop. I've seen your fucking
I have.
email.
I just haven't
Let me
responded.
respond to it. Or
Yeah.
did you want to just ring me and then you didn't need to send me the email? Christ alive.
Double messaging.
Sorry.
So annoying.
Love the pod. Love you all. My name's Catherine from Halifax.
Yeah.
Do you know
Double
who
messaging.
does that? I'm going to call her out on it. Agent Sam. Agent Sam, if you're listening, you do this and it's so annoying. You literally will send an email and then you'll send a WhatsApp telling us that you've sent an email.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
that does
really
happen.
annoying.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes, though,
what?
And you just
Has
go, "Ah,
she?
brilliant. Ah!"
Stop it,
But
she
then,
hasn't.
But then sometimes I don't go on emails for like a whole day. So if it's urgent, in fairness, I do say to her, if something is urgent, WhatsApp me and tell me to go and look at it.
She has
she?
just said,
Has she actually?
I've sent it to you on email. Literally, just as we've been
There you
talking
go.
about that.
Live rant.
I'm
Live
not
rant.
very good at checking emails
Case in
though, but
point.
yeah. Right, we've got a message from Lou next. Oh, why I'm proud to be British.
So a new feature we have instilled. We have been scraping L barrel. Let's see what we got.
Right, she says, hi LuAnna, love you girls, and I love the variety of topics you get stuck into.
Thank you. Wait a
Can
second.
Can I flip your debate on how much the UK spends on benefits
Oh, okay.
and look at it from a different angle?
Go on then.
There's a quote I once heard and it's really stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
The true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most valuable members.
Okay.
When we're talking about the cost of benefits, remember we're talking about disability benefits, pensions, and we're an ageing population, so of course this is going to increase. Carers allowance, maternity pay, bereavement allowance, child tax benefits, I could go on. Yes, it includes universal credit and job seekers, but that's a fraction of the total cost. I get it, it's frustrating. Some of us work so hard to pay our way and see very little of these benefits ever landing in our own pockets. But I'm proud to live in a society where our values are fundamentally to help those who need it most. God forbid anything ever happens to me, my husband and our children, and our financially secure life becomes unstable. But if that did happen, hopefully the system will catch me before life hits rock bottom. Let me tell you it won't, because you will be denied because you would have earned too much money. Perhaps it's rose tinted glasses. It most definitely is, my love. And I get it. Some aspects of the UK are a bit crap, but the grass isn't always greener. Lou from Leeds.
It's a
I
good
have to disagree with you,
perspective.
Lou.
It's a good perspective. I mean, on that.
Well, look, this week, the government have just announced they're slashing benefits.
I've just
Yeah,
seen it.
there's been loads of uproar
interesting,
about it.
interesting.
And they're hitting disability benefits. Because
sorry, I
many
did. Yes,
people,
yes.
So many
Yes, I did
people
see
are on
that.
disability benefits, and that includes mental health, that don't need to be or are able to work, and the government makes it easy. And it's not fair on the people that do work hard. So many people, you hear them say, I don't want to work more than 16 hours a week because I'm going to be worse off. You should be better off when you work.
I'm with
Not
you.
better off when you're on benefits, because benefits, like this lady says, are your catching net. If you're falling,
Yeah.
the benefits are going to catch you. They're not there to be your bed to lie in.
And I think this is always where the benefits conflict comes in around that.
Yeah.
And I totally take your point. I'm on the flip side of that, though, I do know people personally who have genuinely, through no fault of their own, they really do what you call pay into the system, and have done for years and years and
And
years.
they should get back out when they need it.
Have come onto hard times, and the system has caught them.
But that's what it's for.
But that's
the
what it's
system
for.
shouldn't
exactly.
be applauded for that. That
No,
is
yeah.
what the system's for.
Well, they paid their taxes in,
Well, yeah,
and
so
now
they
and then
can-
they've been helped
but that's-
when they've really needed
But that's what
it.
it's
yeah.
for. It's not there to sustain people's lifestyles. It's not a lifestyle choice going on benefits.
No, I will agree with
And
that. Yeah, of course.
that's even if you're on disability benefits for a not lifelong illness, you can't then stay on them forever because it makes your life easy. Work is called work because it's fucking work. It's hard work. That's where the expression comes from. It's fucking hard, but everyone has to do it. And the government are realising now because there's not enough money to go around. We cannot sustain this. We cannot sustain what we do now long term at the rate we're doing it. Not with the amount of wealth that's leaving the country.
Well,
it's not sustainable.
Things have to change. There has to be so much robbing Peter to pay Paul.
It can't
has to be looked at.
It's just not going to happen.
But I do love that perspective.
I do
love
like that,
perspective.
and it is raised into glasses. And you're exactly right. That is exactly what benefits are for, to catch people,
to help when they need it the most.
Yeah,
and we are lucky that we do have a system that does that. Voice note from Kerry.
Good morning. This is Kerry from Ware. I was just listening to your podcast while sitting in the queue at the Ware Recycling Centre.
Yes.
I can't believe it. It's fucking busy this morning. I don't know why. Maybe because you gave them a shout out today and now it's going to be rammed. So thanks for that. I've been there 3 times in the last week. I was having a lovely time.
Until I mentioned
now
it.
there's a massive rush on and I blame you, Anna. Thanks. Love the pod. Thanks for everything. Bye.
you're influencing people's dump. Anna sent me a video.
Habits.
She was
there.
Did?
I was so excited. I went back the other day.
She was so excited. She sent me a video about it the other day.
I just got such nice, helpful chat. Oh, you're back, are you? What are you doing then? I went, house clear out. And there he is. But, they open the boot for you. They're carting it around.
Stop plugging it.
Okay, stop. It's in Essex. Go there. Essex dump.
Right, time for some confessions. I've never told anyone this, but listen to this. It's too good to miss.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Not too good to miss, she said.
Oh. Listen to this. Not too good to miss. It's 2019 and I've bagged myself a young fitness instructor with an impeccable body. Younger, not young. We get in a relationship and all seems to be going okay as we get to know each other.
Nice.
Fast forward a year or so and I thought I've discovered all his kinks. The classics like choosing to wank on my feet, wearing my lacy pants and coming in them.
Oh my gosh, these guys are kinky.
All things that, although I found odd, he's a male and I looked past it until one day I was left speechless. He figured out that sometimes, rarely, I could squirt. Being something he never experienced before, he was ecstatic at the thought. However, it appears that squirting alone wasn't satisfactory. He just couldn't get enough of my sweet lady juices.
Oh, this is really, I don't know if I'm ready for this of a morn.
Imagine my surprise when he told me he wanted to collect it
Stop
and
it.
save it for later.
Stop it.
I brushed this off, but I couldn't ignore the fact that he went into my kitchen, opened the cupboard and retrieved a cup, the classic pint glass stolen from the local pub.
Classic.
Because I loved him and I wanted to please him and make him feel safe in practicing his fetishes, much to my disgust.
No, I don't want to know.
I went along with it, thinking it would be a spur of the moment thing.
No.
And after we were finished and it served its purpose, it would go down the bog. We do the deed, he gets his cup of juice and exits the room to the kitchen. Naturally, I thought he poured it down the sink and I just got on with my day. How wrong I was. I opened the fridge and there it is.
Stop it.
My cup of juice. It's only a bit of squirt. Oh, it's not that disgusting.
Oh, I can't deal with any bodily fluids, Louise, as this man.
Just a bit of juice.
It's disgusting.
My cup of juice being perfectly chilled for his afternoon refreshment. He told me he wanted to savour my juices. All right, calm down.
No, it's
He
awful.
wanted to savour my juices. For God's sake. But that was not what I had in mind. Don't worry, we shortly broke up, but surprisingly not because of this. Turns out he was cheating on me with women and men. Next time, I think I'll save my juices some weirdo online and at least make profit for my troubles.
Well, yeah, do that.
Kind regards, Babs in Dorset.
She's me the
she's
right
a
heebies.
good squirter, filling a whole pint glass. Go on the Babs. Shh.
I mean,
Right.
good for you.
Do you want to read the next one?
Yes, please. Hello. Who's this from, Luke?
Oh, I don't know.
Number just says a nonny. This is super long, but something I had to share. Probably too long for the pod, but if you do share, keep me on. We have. My sister and I, along with our husbands, just love pranking our mum.
It's like me.
Yeah, it just went very wrong. Please note, she's a very good sport and a known prankster herself. Now, she used to work in a school, and on a family weekend at her house, we found out that she had pranked her head teacher by making a phone call to the school office in an official voice, pretending that the head teacher was being investigated.
So
this is
mean.
so bad. Being investigated by the council care inspectors. The head teacher cried and did not find it funny in the slightest. I would not find that funny. This was a red rag to 4 bulls, and we thought it was only fair to give our dear mum a taste of her own medicine. Now, funnily enough, this very same day, she told us how she often is guilty of bumping cars when she parallel parks, just slightly, never leave any marks. After a few good drinks and possibly a couple of edibles, my brother-in-law made a fake Facebook account that legitimately looked like a policewoman working on behalf of the local constabulary. He then proceeded to send her a very official and expertly worded Facebook message asking her to pop into the local police station at her earliest convenience to discuss some concerns, reports and CCTV of her parking. Oh, hook, line and sinker on this one.
So good.
The next morning, my mother was in a complete panic. My sister had popped out to meet someone, so I was left to deal with my mother in despair. She had her coat and handbag on and wanted to go straight to the station. She was ready to hand her licence in, apologise, seek forgiveness and pay any fines she needed to. My sister is a lawyer, so I kept saying, well, let's wait for her to get back and she'll go with you. I won't be much help, but as a lawyer, she'll be the best person to support you there. Meanwhile, I was desperately messaging the other 3 saying we needed to fess up, but I also didn't want to ruin the prank. My husband called her without holding his number, pretending to be withholding his number, pretended to be said policeman. She realised it was him, and we all had a laugh, and I thought it was all over. But then she suddenly started to cry. Oh. She didn't understand it was all a joke and thought it was just this call from my husband that was the prank. Oh dear, it's gone a bit left.
It's gone far.
It's gone left. As my mother sat on the kitchen table, coat and handbag still on, headed her hands and crying, my sister finally came back. It took a good 10 minutes of us all explaining the prank and breaking it down, showing our secret chat for her to finally realise it was all a joke and she had not in fact been contacted by the police on Facebook for her terrible parking. It's like your mum with the Dubai prank. She didn't believe it. I can't say this was our first or last prank, but this was certainly one of the most memorable 5 years later. We still are 5 years later. Obs, we felt terrible that she was so distraught, but she did make her head teacher cry, so swings and roundabouts.
I love a good prank.
Look, if you dish it, you got to give it. You got to take it.
There's nothing that gives me more joy than pranking people. Well, that's it for this week's LuAnna Totally Extra. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you can watch all our episodes on YouTube now. Our main eps drop on YouTube every Friday and extras every Sunday. And of course, we'll be back with LuAnna on Monday.
We will indeed. And of course, please, guys, if you've got a couple of secs right now, if you don't follow us already, make sure you are. Just right now, go to the top right-hand corner, click follow. It'll tick to say you are, and you will automatically get your next episode dropping. It really helps us at LuAnna to keep it fabulous free, so you need to follow. We'll see you Monday.
Bye.